I grew dreadlocks because back in secondary school, I went to St. Bon's, right? And there was this thing about Bonds where they didn't allow black guys to have any other hairstyle besides low. So I decided to just grow them, sort of like a rebellious sort of thing. It's not something that I think about every day, but that was intentional. It's like you don't think about how your feet look every day because they're just a part of you, they're just your feet.
So I have been growing my hair in locks now for about a year and a half. I started when I was 25 because of the statements that I was hearing around me, especially from, black girls my age. And they would tell me that they didn't like their natural hair, and they'd tell me that relaxing it was easier or having a weave was easier. Even some people spoke about, if they have their natural hair, they won't be able to get a guy. And, when I started styling, a lot of the people that I style are black artists, and I realized the influence that artists have. And so I knew it was important for me to dress people out of their stereotypes, and frame them in different contexts.
The thing about locks is it's really interesting because you never really think about people that don't have locks, and it's very rare to see black people in positions of high power with long natural hair. Especially men. It's very rare to see black men with dreads in parliament, in the banks. So I feel like my role or my job gives me the opportunity to kind of showcase my culture without it having any negative reflection on my capabilities.
With hair like this, there are expectations and there are stereotypical viewpoints of what you're going to be like. Can't tell you the amount of times I've been asked for Rizzlers or drugs in the street. And it's because of the way I look. So for me, to have this hair and to strive to do the things that I do on a daily basis and to shatter all of those stereotypes is quite a motivation.
When I started uni, I wanted to be an investment banker or go into sales and trading. Told me there's no way I'm gonna get that job with that hairstyle. You shouldn't be put in a box. And that's the only reason I've grown it till today, because I can have all the qualifications, but just because of my hair, I can't get that job. I encourage all young people to keep doing their dreads and doing anything. Just do whatever you want and be comfortable in your own skin, because nobody puts someone in a box.
I can't imagine myself without dreadlocks anymore. It's become, people keep telling me this, but I think I've accepted it now. I think it's become my look.
London for me is just the people, and it's not, and the people are never just from one place. That's what I find a lot about London.
You can be expressive and not have to worry about being judged.
It's very youth culture based. You can't fail to be knowledgeable about everything in the world living in London.
And the opportunities here are endless. You can be whatever you want to be if you just put in the work.
There's so many subcultures in London that no one else has in the world. We've invented so much that people follow to this day.
In my lifetime, I've seen it change from a place where there is real tension. I travel around the rest of the world and I see those tensions still in many other places. When I travel around Europe, you still see that segregation, and ignorant people aren't ignorant out of choice. They're ignorant out of the fact that they've never seen any better. So the only way that we can change all of that is to take that attitude and break that image that they have of people like us. I learnt that from being in London, which is why I think London is the most important place. Cultural identity is a very important thing. We always talk about, everyone should sort of meld and be the same, and we shouldn't have these cultural differentiations. But I kind of disagree, because then we just have like a sort of monotone world where everything was kind of the same, and that's kind of what technology is doing to the world to quite a large extent.
There is definitely a thing at the moment, a movement. I don't know, it's like everyone had a meeting and they've decided that they're going to be expressive. I think what people are doing is trying to show through their hair that they are proud of who they are. There's lots of things that happen when you're young as a black person with hair.
It's not a group lifestyle choice, it's just what we do. We are young black males whose hair grows this way, and we're just being okay with that.
It's positive, man. It's always positive to see people just being natural and using their own hair. It's just like embracing that is just the most important thing. And I want to see more people with dreads or more people doing natural hair.
I think there's a myth behind growing dreadlocks, and that is your hair has to be really dirty for a long period of time, and that you have to put beeswax in it to make it join. You don't need to do anything to it, you just need to twist it and let it grow. The more crap you put in your hair, the less your hair will grow. Sometimes I'll put my hair just straight back, it's easy, so I can put my headphones on and listen to music. That's it, but my life is simply about practicality and simplicity.
Yeah, my hair has always been evolving with my style, I guess you could say. And I've had it relaxed. I mean, I've always had it short on the sides and a bit of hair on top. And I used to have it relaxed and I'd curl it and stuff. And I just kind of want it to be free. So I have no regime apart from castor oil. Wash it every so often and I just let it be. It takes interesting shapes and forms. I think it's like a piece of art.
A regular wash is about all that is required, which is one of the great beauties of it. You need a lot of shampoo to wash hair like this. When you're staying in hotels and you get them little sachets, it's just not really cutting it.
I'm a control freak, so everyone uses something a bit different. I use beeswax. If I wanted to wash my hair and redo it and make it neat, it would take up to 5 hours because it takes a lot longer for water to actually get into it. So a lot of the time you'll be washing it, it might take about an hour to wash your hair for it to get fully wet, soaked and then rinsed out. I would individually twine each dread, so that lasts for a couple of weeks, and then you go for a couple of weeks of it looking a bit messy, and then you'll do it again because ain't nobody got time to be washing your hair more than once a month.
I've evolved since styling my hair, so I just think of different ways to try and style it. Like this band I've got now is just a piece of material, cloth. I cut it up, then I dyed it in olive green dye I bought from Wilkinson's. It's just whatever the occasion is, I try and suit that. If it's like a professional or whatever, if I'm going out, I'll tie my hair up in a band. If I'm going to church on a Sunday, I have it down. Whatever suits the occasion, I try and tailor my hair to that.
I think the movement is growing, and I think it's a really, really positive movement. And I think it's hard for people who aren't part of our culture to maybe understand, because I get on the flip side, it's just hair. But if all of your life you've been told that your hair needs to be relaxed or needs to be cut or you can't wear it big to your school, then taking a pride in your hair and actually loving it, not just managing it, tolerating it, loving it, like I love my hair. I feel like I have my favorite hair out of everyone on the planet. And that's an amazing feeling.